Sure.
One thing I wanted to ask specifically is, what are your thoughts now that it's all finished and it's all released, like on the album making process? Like, how do you, maybe more specific, like the music part of it first? Like, what are your thoughts on what were things you struggled with? What were things you didn't realize that you were gonna have to deal with?
Music wise,
Mm.
struggles was the one struggle music wise was actually making the songs. Cause some artists it was easy to make the song, like
Right.
but like there was a couple of songs I had to chase through for like months to get a verse.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so that would be like only struggle. Other than that, going to the album, I never was really like I'm gonna make this type of sound. I'm gonna make this type of beats
Right.
because that's never really been how I am, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
I just make whatever the hell I feel like making.
Mm-hmm.
So like even from when I first started making the album last summer, and then till now, as the process of making the album was going on, the sound was just organically changing on its
Right.
own.
And
Like,
did it start to like narrow in and
yeah,
focus?
I
Okay.
won't lie. After I think like 3-4 months, I started to find like the
Yeah.
direction it was going for sound wise.
Yeah.
So then, obviously, I already made those type of beats, but now like okay. Now when I started making beats, I'm like certain beats I was not even keeping away for the album. Like,
Yeah.
no one's getting these. I want this for the album. And even then, I would say too, not even like just the sound was cemented during the album. It was getting better too.
Right.
Like the production level from the when I first started to when I finished, it grew a lot,
Yeah.
a lot. Like,
I'll say the same thing for like,
mhm,
I'm working on an EP right now, and
mhm,
like I started off kind of just making just singles for it, and then it was just kind of like I've been saying like journal entry raps, basically, just
mhm,
like how I'm living.
mhm,
Um, and then as I was making it, it just all started to have like a focused theme.
of
And then
course.
by the end of the making of the EP, it was just like, this is exactly what it is. This is exactly what
Yeah,
it means. This is
yeah,
exactly how we're gonna push it out. So yeah,
yeah.
I definitely know that process. For
Mhm,
me, like the music part is so organic and
mhm,
like free flowing, especially because like I don't do too many features. So I guess on that end, I feel like that would just be exhausting having to like.
yeah.
But yeah, I had another question for you actually,
What's that?
another topic, because I've been thinking about this a lot. But what are your current listening habits, and how different or the same are they from what you originally were inspired by? Like, what inspires your process? You know what I mean?
Or
So,
like,
like, if you have an album that you look up to as like, this is the best album, or like, this is the way I want to make music, how does what you're listening now like compare to that?
so I won't lie. When I first was thinking about this album, I was kind of looking at it as like I drew inspirations from Metro and Pierre.
Mm,
Metro just because of Metro in his own lane is essentially like an artist.
yeah,
He's not just a beat maker. He's actually like he's an artist in himself. He's
yeah,
able to put songs under his own name and put them under his own name. So when I started doing that, I started drawing inspiration from that I could be my own person.
mm,
Like thing with music, you can there's no rules.
yeah,
You can do it however the hell you want to do. So like I feel like with this album, it was me breaking rules. Like I was gonna put myself out there by showing people my own craft
exactly.
instead of trying to do the original route,
Yeah,
placements, and so on. So I would say, like listening wise, I feel like nothing has really changed.
mm,
Like I've been listening to the same music that I was listening to beforehand.
mm,
Only thing I would say though is that I started listening to a lot of songs like more and more and more
you're right.
because I feel like me specifically, the type of music I listen to really kind of dictates the type of beats I be making a lot.
Right.
So lately, I've been listening to a lot of like opium shit, honestly, and a lot of underground. I've been getting
Yeah.
back to the underground.
I've been on that. I've been on a lot of, for me it's such a like a random mixture. So it'll be like right now I've been listening to Until Japan a lot. I've been
Mhm.
listening it's not even that underground, but like Nino Paid,
Mhm.
like that side of it. What's it called? Hard rock as well.
Okay. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
on the
Hard.
other
Hard.
side of the spectrum, I'll just listen to like melancholy like indie music.
Okay.
There's like artist named Tanuki-chan. There's an artist named it's a band named Hello Yellow, like,
Mhm.
and then it'll just be like random soul shit from
Mhm.
like just different R&B. It's so random, but I feel
Mhm.
like those the dichotomy of that will always like inspire what you make, or like what like the end result is gonna be.
Yeah, like for me, because most people know I really like trap music. Like I like like don't get me wrong, I'll listen to anything if it sounds good. But like there was a period of time last year I was strictly only spinning like trap.
I hear that. I had a period like that too.
But then like as I started working the album, I started really diving back into like my favorite sound. And my favorite sound for real has always been like that underground sound.
Yeah.
Or that, like, if my favorite go-to sound when it comes to music is probably like Pierre's sound, and then anything in the underground like hard rock, Osama Son, obviously Cardi, Ken, Lone, Homicide Gang, all those guys. So I was started spinning them like way more. But
I'll also say like in terms of trap music and like that side of music, like is probably the most creative that it's ever been, and probably like the most complex it's ever been.
For sure.
And I think sometimes it doesn't get enough credit. Like if you listen and you like pick apart the beats on like a song like Loading by Ken Carson, that beat is insane. That beat is insane. The amount of like guitar production on that, and then the random like electronic sounds, and then like it's crazy. Like it's the most complex it's been. I have another question for you.
What's up, man? Sure.
Why is it? No. I got it. What would you change about the way that you make your next album based off of this one?
That's good. So, because this is my first time, there was a lot of shit behind the scenes, right? That went and left, for sure. So from those experiences, me and my like label know what to do next. So I would guess preparation, deadline and preparation. Yeah. Because as structured as the album was, a lot of deadlines changed for us.
That's
like, especially like submitting tracks, making like we moved my deadline like 3-4 times. I guess that too is knocking down the artists right away. I wouldn't really say sticking to one type of production, because I'm a person of whatever I make. So the only thing I'll prepare more is just like production time and deadlines. Yeah. And just making sure everything's in order, because I'm a person that where I work, I always want to make sure everything is in check, ready to go. I want to make sure everything's on time. Like if I'm the type of nigga that like I'm gonna ask every day, like, yo, is this ready? Is it ready? Like, someone could tell me, like, today's Sunday, right? Today's Saturday. Well, today's Friday.
It's Friday. It feels like a Saturday.
Yeah. So someone could tell me like, yo, the thing will be ready by Sunday. And if I don't hear from them by like Saturday to confirm with me that it's gonna be good by Sunday, I'm like worried, like, yo, what's going on? So
I hear that.
Just prep time. And
I'll tell you, based off like, so I made my first album when I was still in high school, and like to this day, like there's things from that album that I'm like, I can't believe, especially production wise, because I didn't really find my voice yet, but like production wise, I'm like, I can't believe that I had this type of idea at the time. And I feel like from this now, like you're gonna look back on this, and however you feel about it at the time, just know that even longer than the first time you look back at it, you're going to be able to take things away and be like, there's no way that I was able to do this at this age, at this age. And then it's going to keep growing like that.
For sure, bro.
I think that was the last thing that I wanted to talk about realistically. But yeah, it's been good. It's been good talking to you.
It's good to talk to you, man. It's been a pleasure, man. But
And once again, bro, I'm so proud of you, man.
Appreciate that. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're going. I can't believe it's out. So at one point, talking about it with my friends, because people don't know that I was not supposed to do that album. I would know the album was the way the album happened. Flyboy Hellas, like 2 years ago, he told me to do one. I was like, nah, bro. Like, I want to be established before I do one. Right. And then last year, he said you should do a beat tape, and I'm like, I can do a beat. I can drop a beat tape right now. It just takes like 10 minutes to drop, and I have beats ready. Then my homie Milo's like, bro, fuck a beat tape. You should really do an album, man. I'm like, I want to be established. He's like, yo, you got the resources to do it. Like, I feel like if you really did that, people would fuck with it. So I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. And then I started talking about, because I'm a person like, if you want to do something, you start talking about it as if you're already doing it. then you start doing it.
Yeah.
People were fucking with it. Then before I got signed, my manager, he was like, yo, I want you to eventually like be like your own brand, like Metro's his own brand, Slash his own brand. I want you to have your own albums like DJ Khaled. So that he's basically telling me I want you to do your own album.
Yeah.
So from then, I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna do an album. I started talking about, I just said one day on my IG, like, I'm gonna do an album. Everyone's like, yeah, you should do it. It should be hard. Then as I started thinking of names, my homies thought of Cookbook. Then I just started going with that whole Cookbook 2024 shit.
Yeah.
Like, and that shit caught on quick. And like a year later, that shit is out, and like I still can't believe. Like I'm not processing stuff, but like I really just dropped a whole project, like produced the whole thing. Like so, it's a good feeling, but nah.
Especially when you produce it, like it's
like
it's your it's your brainchild.
Like, and the thing I like about this project too is, for years everyone always asks me, what type of beats do you make?
Right, and this is.
But I can never really give, because I feel like I have such a diverse sound.
Yeah.
Like it's a mix of a lot of things. So I can now say like, this album is the perfect example of my sound.
Exactly.
Like if I was to make beats, if like there was a sound like library based on me, this album perfectly describes it right here for me.
That's right.
So nah, I appreciate you talking to me, man.
Yeah. It's Cookbook out now.
Cookbook out now.
And then eventually now coming soon.